I am a proud dad. Man, my 16-year-old daughter has really learned some life lessons this past month, and it has motivated me, given me a lot of psych to have success in my own things. So I decided to kind of talk about it a little bit while I'm out here bouldering. So she doesn't climb, but she wrestles. I guess the story begins, let's start from the very beginning, when she first started wrestling. The first 2 seasons were kind of bittersweet. She did well, but she kind of didn't really progress in wrestling how she wanted or how we thought she was going to, from a background of doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think a lot of it was just the difference in grappling. Where in Jiu-Jitsu, you're comfortable on your back, but in wrestling, that is definitely a no-no. So those first couple of years, she had a few issues transitioning, but after that second season, though, she said, I really want to get better. And she put in a lot of work this summer. She wrestled at a supplementary training academy outside of just her wrestling school practice. She lifted weights, focused on strength training, and after summer was over, she felt like she was in pretty good shape. About a month ago, they had a pre-season tournament. Long story short, it did not go her way. All that effort that she put in during the summer was not seen on any of her matches. She just had this mental paralysis. I could tell that it took a toll on her. Mental psyche was not great. Could see the sadness in her eyes as we drove home. And we talked about it the next day. What happened exactly? And we deduced that it was just the fear of failing. She went out there and wrestled so scared. During the tournament, most of what she said was negative. Her body language just showed a lot of fear and negativity. It didn't convey any kind of confidence that, yes, I'm going to get out there and win. She felt so bad, I wasn't sure if she'd be able to recover and actually ever have that confidence again. So we went out to the library, checked out a bunch of books on mental strength, how to succeed, just some self-help stuff, The kind of good books that are supposed to teach you how to have success in life. We discussed different topics, what she wants to do with the rest of her life. We considered that she's probably going to be team captain next year, and what that means, where she needs to be, confidence levels, mindset, how to overcome failure, why she lost the matches. Because I knew she was much better than that, although I really don't watch her wrestle that much because I like to give my kids independence. I like to see myself as a facilitator to help them out through life, but I don't like to spoon feed them. And I don't even have the time anyway, because I climb and I'm kind of busy with my own athletics. But we talked about it all. We discussed her strengths and weaknesses and what she could do to get better. And then for about a month, kind of left her on her own. I was wondering how she was doing, but she kind of kept to herself. I knew she was reading some of the books. One in particular resonated with her, teaching her about caring about what's important in life and just having the knowledge to let go of the things that didn't matter. I gave her my advice as best as I could. Not that I know that much about wrestling, but I kind of knew what her weaknesses were. I told her, go work on those weaknesses. Go lose over and over in practice. Just lose over and over. So that way at the tournament, you have a high chance of winning. So she did her own thing for about a month. Damn, that's so hard. So for about a month, she did her own thing. And then came the actual tournament of the season, the start of the season. Man, let me tell you, I was so nervous. I didn't let her see that I was scared, but I was. I really did not want to see her so mentally defeated like I saw her last tournament. But this time I could see that something was different. You could see it in her eyes. Her demeanor was different. She conveyed confidence. She didn't say a single negative word. When I asked her, so how are you feeling? What do you think? She just kind of turned around and with a little smile said, I'd rather you just not talk to me right now. Don't worry, I got this. Well, she definitely proved it. That first match, I realized, wait, this is a different person that I'm used to seeing on the mats. And well, just watch this video that I made of her highlights of that tournament and you'll understand.
You're looking at the champs right now. We turning up the amps right now. Yeah, looking at the champs right now. Y'all know we can stand that ground. You been looking at the champs. That's the attitude. Die a little something that I gotta prove. From the bottom, we just doing what we gotta do. I put that crew on my shoulder, got a lot to lose. Yeah, going for that goalpost. Blowing through the red when the road closed. Y'all know we ain't quitting when we so close. And the victory is really what it's all for. Yeah, looking at the champs right now. Turning up the amps right now. You looking at the champs right now. Y'all know we can stand that ground. You been looking at the champs. Yeah, I'm staying that ground. Yeah, y'all know you been looking at the champs. Yeah, staying ground, don't do it no cap. You been looking at the champs. Yeah, and y'all know you been looking at the champs. Yeah, I can throw the pride, betting on myself, throw it all down. Yeah, you against me's like that, and we can handle this right now. I'ma hit 'em with the one. We ain't getting tired, go the hardest. 2, gotta tap into where your heart is. 3, stand up for your people, that's for starters. And 4, never sell yourself short on them all. Yeah, looking at the champs right now. Turning up the amps right now. You looking at the champs right now. Y'all know we can stand that ground. You been looking at the champs. Yeah, I'm staying that ground. Y'all know you been looking at the champs. Yeah, stay ground, don't do it no cap. You been looking at the champs. And y'all know you been looking at the champs.
Yeah, so she completely proved herself. Whatever she did that month worked. And I talked to her about it afterwards. She was so happy. So was I. I can see how some parents live vicariously through their kids because it feels like you accomplish something when they do. But anyway, I talked to her about it, and she told me that the main things that she did different was she went and practiced. She worked on the techniques that she was afraid to use in competition. became comfortable, knew that there wasn't anything her opponents would do to her that she hadn't felt already. She read her books, she worked on her mental strength, she constructed an alter ego who she did not mention by name, which is fine. She needs to tell me eventually though. But it worked. She watched YouTube videos and looked at interviews by Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali and all the great fighters, copied a lot of what they did, and it worked for her. Well, she had another tournament just a few days ago, or a couple of days ago actually, but this time it was more of a challenge. She got sick. She ran a fever, had body aches. Things were not going her way. And unfortunately, she did not get better before the tournament. She was still dealing with body fatigue. And I talked to her about it before, what she was gonna do. So we talked about what she was going to do, because there is an option of just putting in a medical forfeit, I guess they call it. But she said no. I would rather go out there on the mats and lose every single match than make the 5-hour drive from Mobile thinking, regretting that I didn't even try. Thinking, what if I could have won some of those matches? So she went and she fought anyway through the fatigue and almost got first place. She only lost 1 match out of 5. And the match that she lost, she was winning by points until the very end, like the last 9 seconds. She just made a mistake and got on her back. And she told me later on that she just had so much body fatigue, her muscles, physically, she could not get them to work. After that match, she went outside and she said she kind of became schizophrenic a little bit. She started talking to herself, psyching herself up, telling herself that no matter what, she's gonna do whatever she can to win the next 2 matches and get 3rd place. And that's what she did. She went out there fatigued, feeling like crap, but she won her next 2 matches. And what can I say, man? I mean, these are skills, life skills that are just so important to know, to figure out when you're a teenager. And I'm just so proud of her. She made me so happy knowing that she's able to overcome these hard moments of life, that she's able to overcome these obstacles. And it has got me psyched to also start trying hard. I guess that's all I gotta say, man. You guys, get out there, try hard, break through your plateaus, try your hardest to just not limit yourself in what you can do, and I hope you have success. Peace out. See you next time. Oh.